Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Player Career Mode. We're going to jump right into it with the first game of the month being against Manchester City in the FA Cup. And hopefully it's a good game, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Cameras trained on one man, in fantastic form and leading the competition in goals. Stay with us on EA TV.
And yeah, we have a very important game in the FA Cup, obviously, against Manchester City. And it's the first stage of the knockouts, so we're kind of hoping that we can pull off a performance just like the last time we visited them. Obviously, they might have made some changes. It's a brand new there's been a couple windows now, so they might have brushed up on teams that are playing in early stages of knockout tournaments and stuff like that. You know, Manchester City still have a good team selection, some decent depth in their squad to be able to play multiple competitions. And this game was going to be crazy because very early on, not even 10 minutes into the game, they actually get a huge opportunity here, and it's gonna come up real soon because our defense, I don't know what our defense was doing. They were marking. I was trying to tell them to press a bit, but the pressing isn't that great here, and they cause a foul, and Sterling just gets the ball and immediately just shoots that into the roof of the net, and we're down 1-0 very early on in the game. And at first, I thought, that it's not too bad. We've scored against them before. We've beaten them before. We can create some opportunities. I get a chance here in the 10th minute, and it's not a great shot. Obviously, with our left foot not being up to par with our right, it becomes very difficult to score those opportunities. Man City, they're getting a chance near the end of the first half. I get a through ball here, and I try my best to reach for the second post, but Ederson covers pretty good angle, and right here I try to get a through ball pass back, but my AI teammates don't know how to pass the ball correctly, and there I asked for a through ball, but it came too late, and we get subbed off because we literally have zero stamina. It finishes 1-0, and we get knocked out of the FA Cup. And here, this is a image before the league game that was immediately after the City game. Right here, 24 goals, and the competition record is 55. So we're on the road to get there. We're in 19th place, which obviously, as you guys know, we're going to try to make it to top 6 to see if we can make it into the playoffs. And here's the calendar, and we blocked off the score of the USA game because obviously we have that footage here, the USA game versus Russia. And hopefully it's a good game, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
Well, this is the kind of match every football fan looks forward to. A lot on the line and the likelihood of a tension-packed occasion. Stay tuned, we'll have all the action for you live here on EA TV.
So yeah, we have a international friendly. It's actually the last friendly before people start selecting the teams for the World Cup. And with this game, I wanted to perform as best as I could to make sure that if I get the chance to get called, that they do pick me for the USA for the World Cup, and hopefully we can get far in the World Cup. In previous career modes, we played the World Cup on like the highest difficulty ever, and we made it to the final, and we lost to like France 1-0. So I'm kind of hoping at least that the World Cup is as open as it was before. And here we actually lose 1-0, very narrow loss to Russia. The goal we conceded was absolutely ridiculous that he even attempted that back heel. But it is what it is. We couldn't get the ball under the bar in a couple of the chances, and it ends in a 1-0 loss for us. But in the league, we're in 15th place right now. We're trying to make a charge. We end up winning 4 in a row, and that puts us in 7th. And now we are actually in a final match.
Our camera lens trained on one man in imperious form and the leading marksman in the league. Can he add to his total today on EA
That was
TV?
saving. It's the second and last match, a final match, and seeing if we can actually try to get into the top 6 for a placement in the knockout rounds. And it's against a team that we played before. Fleetwood is not that great, and we actually get a nice first goal here, being assisted by me and scored by my teammates. And I get the ball here. We steal it. We got acres of space. The AI defense doesn't know what to do, and we tap it into the back of the nets for 2-0. We go on until the 30th minute, so it wasn't that many goals back to back, but we do get the ball here off a defensive error. Once again, we actually don't have a lot of the possession, as you can see on the screen, but we're still managing to score the goals because we take our chances and we don't try to squander them as much. Here I run with the ball and I give a assist. I give a goal to my teammate here because we're not selfish, and plus the record is not too far off with the amount of goals that we score. That was a beautiful volley. We're not too far off from the record, and giving assists is probably the most needed right now so that the morale for the team is boosted as high as possible, because we do have an extra game that's after this that will be in the next episode, obviously. And that game's going to be crucial because it's going to be the game that pretty much defines whether we can get in or not. And you'll see at the end of this game how the placements will actually play out and how we ended up in our position. Obviously, with the run of form that we've had, we've won all our games in the league up till now, and defeating Fleetwood is actually it's a huge relief because we're nearing our goal. We're nearing the goal scoring record, and it wouldn't be possible without the form that we went in. And yeah, as you'll see in a couple seconds, we'll get to see the calendar, and then we'll end off the video with the league table and how that goes on. And here, as you can see, a win for every week in all of April, and that actually puts us in the 5th position, which means we are in placement, in contention, I guess you could say, for a knockout, a playoff game. Sorry for stumbling on words, but as you can see, we do have a Charlton Athletic game, and if we do lose that game, they get to be on 65 points or 64 points, which doesn't get them closer, but it does leave the gap open for Wigan and Blackpool to try to get a win. I don't remember if they had to play each other for this last match day, but this is a must-win for us if we do want to get a secured place, because if we waver off, it could mean that we stay in League One. And I'll see you guys in the next video for that and more.